So the goal of our project, Awakening, is to give awareness to the effect that climate change is having on the environment, and we're also looking to leave people with an impression that their actions can help to have an impact in helping to preserve nature. Within our project, the idea is that the seasonal flow of nature has become imbalanced. 4 orbs, each representing a season, have lost their power, making the environment more chaotic in terms of weather conditions. Players are tasked with collecting energy to return power and awaken the seasonal orbs, giving balance back to nature. Keeping in line with the project's theme, players will be able to experience a sense of relaxation by beautifying the environment. Through the gradual transition of first experiencing a more chaotic season, such as with storm, lightning, and rain, to a more peaceful, calm, and beautiful scene, this gives large contrast to enhance and emphasize the feeling of relaxation. Our main focus was on immersing the senses. Given that the player's task is to beautify their surrounding environment, providing players with both visual as well as audio feedback based on their actions made the most sense for us. We also integrated challenge-based immersion and imaginative immersion within our project. Challenge-based being in the form of locating the energy needed for the orbs, and imaginative in allowing players to anticipate how collecting the various energies will alter the environment. As well, to help foster a more immersive experience, we lowered the learning curve by keeping the controls relatively simple.
We also incorporated a non-linear element of an open world where players can choose which season they want to enter in whichever order they desire. This gives a better opportunity for the players to feel immersed in the game since they are involved on a more personal level and have the power to make decisions. So for our physical rig, we created a white Greek-style building with pillars and elegantly draped doors to match our centerpiece in our scene that connects all 4 seasons. The idea is that we wanted it to look heavenly and situated in the sky, as it is where the guardians of each season watch over the spiritual orbs. For the materials of our physical rig, we used several pieces of cardboard for the structure, a black cloth in the interior to make it dark and block out light so players can be more immersed. And meanwhile, a white cloth and paper was used on the outside to match our Greek-style central hub in our digital game, along with 4 pillars and a seat cushion inside to ensure the player is comfortable. The equipment we used include a PS3 controller, a 24-inch LCD widescreen, and noise-canceling headphones to keep the player away from outside distractions and allow them to have an immersive experience. The user is invited into the physical rig and is given the PS3 controller. After ensuring they are comfortable, ready, and understand the game controls, they are given noise-canceling headphones to enrich their experience. Then the game starts and their journey to awaken the orbs begins.
We went through an iterative process of changing and refining the game a few times. At first, we originally were planning for the players to just collect 4 orbs. But then we adjusted so they collect energy to repower the orbs, and every time energy is collected, a gradual change takes place in the environment. The reason for this is that we wanted to provide the player with constant feedback and realize they are influential in beautifying the seasons. During user testing, we discovered some issues users had, such as not being able to see the guide light to find where the orb is located, or not being able to locate the teleport mechanism that returns them back to the center. Therefore, we adjust these elements where the guide light is now higher and brighter, and the teleportation is closer so users are able to find their way. What makes Awakening unique and creative is in the way in which it allows players to transition from an environment that is chaotic to one that is more peaceful. This is different when considering the theme of the project is relaxation, in that we don't just show relaxation itself, but go through the contrast of transforming it to become peaceful so it emphasizes the significance of relaxation and beauty. It is a desirable experience to the user as they get to go on a journey to explore all 4 seasons in one game, and get to beautify their surrounding from beginning to the end. Players get drawn into a world different from reality, a place where they can experience instant change and travel from one season to the next.
So when I first entered into the game, I was going through this hyperspace, and that felt pretty exciting, and I was wondering where I was actually going to end up next. And then I actually ended up in a more mystical place, and I saw there were different trees that represent each of the 4 seasons, and so that was an interesting way to differentiate each of the seasons like that. And then when I entered into the summer season, I felt that the weather was really extreme, and then there was like sandstorms and blazing fire, tornadoes and volcanoes, and then so I was like actually wondering what was going on. So when I was collecting the energy, I felt that something was changed every time I did absorb the energy, and I felt that things are starting to actually improve slowly, and that the fire would disappear or become less fiery, and I felt I wasn't as panicking, and it made me think like, oh, I have an effect on the world, and I'm slowly actually making it better. So I felt that was kind of important. And after placing the orb, I felt that the music was actually changed to a more calming, soothing music, and that helped me to realize that there was a change. And then so I looked around and saw that the bad weather had disappeared, and it transformed into a much nicer and peaceful environment, and it made me want to just stop and explore around and appreciate the relaxing moment.
The world has become a different place from what it once was. With human activity depleting the life stream of the natural world, environments have been left neglected. Plagued by extreme snowstorms, droughts, and wildfires, an imbalance has been brought to the seasonal flow of spring, summer, fall, and winter. 4 spiritual orbs had once provided order to the seasonal changes of the world, giving life to rich beauty. They have now been drained of their power, the energy scattered throughout the lands. Find and collect this energy, and awaken the orbs in each of the 4 seasons. Only then will balance be restored.